Yeah, I think
So
what you said about education is really important because I'm sure every single person listening will be able to relate. As soon as those bull runs happened in December, everybody's family was suddenly treating anybody who invested in it before that as a crypto expert. So it doesn't matter how much you knew about it. Anybody who didn't buy was looking at those people and remembering they bought, so they must know a lot about it. So there was a lot of misinformation flying around because people who had just spent money were being treated as teachers and, wise men.
And I'd
and
love to
exactly,
see the
exactly.
conversation happening right now with those same exact people 3 to 4 months ago who, the people who invested beforehand, they were looked at as very wise. Now, I would imagine those same people, say if they did invest back in December, they're going to turn to those people that you know, that they were using as examples as to how to invest or what coins to get into and things of that nature. They're going to look to them and be like, why is it down now? And that's where you're going to see, does that person really know what's happening and can explain why things are down, or is it just, it's a crapshoot? Throw your money in there and you get new stuff.
Yeah, and I really feel sorry for the state of the market right now, and I think we're seeing a lot of that reflected with trade commissions across the world wanting to regulate it and make sure that the retail investor doesn't get trapped in situations like this. And it's I think yeah, it's obviously it's obviously really sad to see someone that doesn't know anything about it and they get told that so and so is the greatest coin ever and you should put all your money in it, and they lose 90% of their 90% of their money. So it is quite sad. But again, I think education and long term goals is where we're at, and just educating people like what are the implications of the simple protocols, like pointing them toward resources that they can really go out and make their own decisions. But again, we at Vertcoin, like, and we welcome anyone to join who wants to help out with our goal, but to really put crypto in the hands of the people and get them to really understand and have ownership, collective ownership of the system. And that's really up to them. Everyone does their research, and again, they're quite hard concepts to understand. This is by no means a very easy technology to understand, and we're sitting at the very early days of say when the internet first came out. Like, everyone was like, I have no idea how this works, and we're really at the same stage now. We'll try to chat to you all and put some information out there and help you guys, and yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
hopefully we get to the point where people don't exactly need to know exactly how it works. I mean, ask anybody on the street, how does your credit card work? How does the
Yeah,
debit card work? Nobody's going to be able to answer that question, but the fact of the matter is it has an easy enough user interface that, anybody can be
mm,
handed one of those and figure out exactly how it happens. I have this card, I swipe it, I paid.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly,
Hopefully we'll
exactly.
get to that point where you can walk into a store, you can whip out your phone, pull out your Lightning uh, app, scan your QR code, and you've paid. Like it
Yeah,
really, and I think we're moving towards that. It's just a matter of who wants to be there along the way to learn how it works, so they can
yeah,
say I was there when it was first beginning. And I think that's
agreed,
what's going to stand out.
agree.